Greetings, members one and all, and welcome to a rare Saturday night live surprise. That's right, we are here live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Yes, indeed, haven't done one of these in a while. Thought I'd just pop on here, inspired by a comment, actually. Yes, indeed, we'll get to that comment here momentarily. Thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Tony Erickson is here. Good to see Tony. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Appreciate you so much. Galacrow is here. We got Ominous Rooster. So a good crowd already joining us here as we get in and respond to some comments and see what you guys are saying on the videos. Yes, indeed. Here we go. We got John Knox says, gold and silver are still showing a lot of strength even at these elevated levels. I now think we might go even higher, but if we do, the risk is that we could face a more brutal correction later, just as we did in 2008. Yes, that's just it. We go to these elevated levels. Remember, it could come crashing down big time. And I say that, and people say, why are you so negative on silver? Well, no, it's being realistic about silver. We've been here before, and even though this time is different in many ways, there's still a correction coming. It will be coming. Mark my words. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I think we're going to come out fairly good on the other side. We're going to be much higher than the previous lows before this rally began, and that is kind of what I'm looking forward to when the market normalizes. It's not normalized right now, hence why we're in this big run-up for the price, but good to see you guys. All right. And let's see here. Let's see what we've got Greg Ziegler has to say here on this video for the market report yesterday. A big move we saw yesterday in silver. Copper is listed as a critical mineral along with silver. I have a little over a pound I'm sitting on, Walking Liberty and Second Amendment. And from time to time, I'll add to this. I think the American Indian coin is cool too. An investment is an investment, but the bulk of mine is 90% silver with a few pure and some gold fractional. Love seeing them all climb. It really is exciting to see gold, silver, and platinum is also up. Platinum is up, and so is copper. But copper, I would not stack pure copper bullion. You're not going to get, that's the one thing that I would not stack even now with the prices going up. But your best bet is to get pre-82 cents and hold on to that. In the case, but nonetheless, if you want to buy some of those pieces, it's great for companion just to enjoy, as I mentioned in another video and showed. By the way, it's very good. All right, let's see here. We've got Ominous Rooster. Once silver levels off, we'll climb and then level off. Silver will climb and level off. I'm seeing a reoccurring sequence. That's right. And that leveling off will be at higher lows than we saw before. Into stacking. Well, my guess was incorrect. No 63, 65, but next week, maybe, just maybe. I'll tell you what, December has proved to be a pretty good month for silver, when many of us thought the markets might subside a bit, and we may see at the best case scenario that kind of level out at a certain mark there around the 54, 53, maybe $51 range, but no, it has climbed up even more, getting close to 60, so there it is. All right, and by the way, folks, I stand ready to do push-ups if the duty were to call. Yes, indeed, get a little exercise in today. I might do some anyway, even if there's no super chats to come in. Let's see here. We've got the left coast says, in the future, massive economic growth in Asia will drive gold and silver demand to new levels. Already population demographics and technological advancement are starting the drive precious metal price. The demand will become exponentially more impactful within a decade. Well, you could be right about that. I think that's quite possible. We'll see what happens. A lot of that will depend on economic factors and normalization of the supply chain, I think. But that's quite possible. All right. And to see you all. Very good. And, yeah, we got diamond hands. But really, we take it a step further, Adam Thoughts. We got diamond fists. Diamond fist, where you hold on tight to your silver, your core stack. That's what it's about. All right, Elliot Scott with an algorithmic little emoticon there. And don't forget to prescribe. All right, there we go. We'll just take subscribe and prescribe. And we've got silver, God's metal, make us holy again, rainbow, man of the silver mountain. That's right, good song. The battle cry for silver. And let's see here. Silver Bull says, "You're an amazing guy, Sal, but not the best at predicting silver prices. I say that with complete respect, brother." Well, actually, I was right multiple times this year. In fact, I've been right when you include what my predictions were, which were always bullish. It has met my prediction and surpassed it. Because the way I predict silver is different than others. I say it reaches this number by at least this number by the end of the year. I don't say it's got to get within this number and not any more than that. So I actually been right more than I've been wrong about silver. If you look at the guardrails and the provisions that I place on my predictions, but I don't take my predictions seriously. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Gerald Poole says, about 8 months ago, I estimate that it would be $50 to $52 an ounce. Now at the end of 2026, maybe $110 an ounce. Well, a lot of people are being more bold with predictions for the end of 2026, and triple-digit silver is becoming more and more regular. And I understand that psychological move. I'm not there. I like to be as realistic as I can about it. My guess is probably we're going to see silver normalize, but I still think it's going to climb up in 2026. By the end of this month or early next month in 2026, I will be doing another silver price prediction, gold price prediction, and maybe even platinum price prediction video, so stay tuned. And I do it just for fun. Yes, indeed. All right, Coin Sense and Nonsense is here. Good to see you. Zardoz is here. He was the one that inspired me to go live tonight. Yes, indeed. And thank you to Cybercurtain Twitcher. He posted a link to the PayPal. Appreciate that. If you do it, friends and family, we will double up the push-ups and or the curls, one or the other. Dove Season with the first super chat. He says, I'm sticking with my guesstimate of $65 by the end of the year. Thank you, Dove Season. Now, is that for the end of this year or the end of next year? Curious. Let's do 5 push-ups. But very good. Thank you, sir. Let's do it. 5 push-ups for Dove Season. All right. Thank you, sir. Here we go. Let's get the 5 going here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, Dove Season. So is that for the end of this year? So that's something you made for this year, or are you talking about for the end of 2026? I'm curious. We'll see what happens. I still think it is possible. If you made that prediction early on, I'll tell you what, that would be quite amazing if we see it this year. Okay, very good this year. Bill457 is here. He'll be back. Thank you, my friend. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Tony Erickson, his back just popped. He's got to go down. Okay, thank you, Tony. Thanks for popping in. Sorry about that. Dang, that sucks. Wow. Cheetah Kid is here. Hope you feel better. Yeah, rest and take it easy, my friend. All right, let's get down here. We have got Rondant 6875 chimes in with this and says the following. Hey, Sal, I predict at the end of 2025 we will see gold trading around $4,200 per ounce and silver trading around $60 per ounce. Well, we're very close. We're very, very close to those numbers right now. And, yeah, so we shall see if they happen. Yes, those are quite possible, those numbers. Very good. All right, and this is an older video he's commenting on where silver rises above $28 an ounce, and the ratio to gold narrows to 64. I don't know exactly when that video was posted, but look at that, 64 to 1. Can you imagine that, given where the gold to silver ratio is now? But anyways, all right, let's see here. We've got Lulu Lucky, lots of copper at Silver Days local Silver Mint today. Lots of silver too. All right, very cool. That's great. Although I would not advise stacking copper bullion. But anyways, all right, very good. And who can make your whole week says this on the video about India and gold demand. Says, Sal, you've always got some nice Aussie Perth Mint coins. Are they something you collect or fairly common in the U.S.? Yeah, most major bullion dealers have Perth Mint coins, and they're just very high quality. The Perth Mint does an amazing job, and with not much more premium than you would pay for regular bullion. In fact, many times you can get them for less expensive than Eagles, and they're much better, higher quality. So I really like them. And in fact, the channel sponsor, Summit Metals, they've got Perth Mint quality stuff too, Perth Mint issues. And you go here, you can go and you can look at here, and you can see all of the different styles that they carry. Silver by Mints. I don't think do they have the Australian Perth Mint stuff here. But let's see, they've had them before, but they don't have a whole lot. But they're growing in the variety. This is good 1 ounce silver coins. They may not have any in stock here for silver, but I know they do for gold. But yeah, they've got a good number. If they only have 1 or 2 varieties, you can see there. But check them out. Hey, look at that. The Salivate Metal Silver Round is on sale right now. Here's a Perth Mint Koala piece here. That's pretty cool. But yeah, very good. So check them out. But thank you. Yep, I do like their stuff for sure. Country Boy Parrot Eyes with this says the following here. But I think there's more power in copper than people think we can make electricity. Electricity is power through copper. Electricity is money. Is a new future. Bitcoin is money, and it's ran on electricity. Yes, copper is extremely important. There's no question about it. It's just not a. It is not a rare metal, and I think that's one of the reasons why, silver is in a unique position of being a monetary metal and an industrial metal and needed for many applications. In fact, there's many applications where copper cannot substitute silver for some of the uses. Silver's needed for those. But yeah, copper is extremely important. There's no question about that. All right, let's see here. And where are we at? Let's see. We've got this from If You Know, You Know. Palladium has my interest lately, Sal. What are your thoughts? Yeah, palladium is a great metal. Let's take a look at the palladium market here. We can see on Friday it closed up. It's almost $1,500 an ounce. So it's climbing back up again. And I think it's going to, but it's platinum is above it. And I think there's a chance it could rise along with platinum, even though obviously Friday they did take a turn in opposite directions. But yeah, I mean, I think palladium is something. I've actually bought another ounce this year, and I feel pretty good about that purchase. But I don't really buy a whole lot of it. But it's one of those, what I refer to as a fringe precious metal. In other words, palladium is something that's very speculative, like platinum, but even more so. Some say, and I'm not really sure exactly the numbers or the source for it, but they say that palladium is about 15 times more rare than platinum, which is 15 times more rare than gold, which is 7 or 8 or 9, 10 times more rare than silver. So go figure. There's your flow chart of rarities between the metals, and the rhodium is infinitesimal, many more times more rare than palladium. But that rarity does not necessarily equate to whether or not something's going to perform well in the markets, because if you look at palladium really is indeed about 15 times more rare than platinum, well, it should be, if you use that metric, it should be the most expensive other than rhodium of all the metals. But gold is obviously much more rare than, or much more valued, obviously, for obvious reasons I've discussed in the past. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate you guys being here as we peruse through the broadcast, answering some of your comments and hanging out. I do not have anything to slurp. I got a water bottle here, so I don't have anything to slurp tonight. This is pretty much just one of those things where it's popped in here, kind of impromptu. Russell Ream had to sit through 3 ads to get in. Well, you could have just skipped those ads, Russell. You just click the skip button, but thank you for watching them. I only have ads go at the very beginning of the broadcast when we do it live, so there's not going to be any mid-rolls. I can turn that off so that we don't interrupt the broadcast. Some people leave that on, but I turn it off. But thank you for your support, but yet you can always skip those. Let's see here. We've got this Wicked Sticky Flowers. I'm trying to grab a gram of gold or platinum every check. Okay, there you go. Nice. And very nice. Well, Wicked Sticky Flowers, I hope you will check out the gram bar options over at Summit Metals. Tell you what, the grams are getting more popular as the price goes up. North Star Stacker is here. North Star Stacker, again, check out his channel. He got a platinum on a steel. Amazing pickups he got on his latest video. Check it out. Caveman J says here, wait until silver paper bubble pops and everyone finds out the exchanges have been selling 1,000 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce they have physically. Well, it's not quite that bad. It's hundreds, like 350 to 400, but not quite 1,000. But even that's a lot. But the thing is, most people that trade in those areas, they're not going to get the physical for the most part. The register for delivery and all that stuff like that is a minor aspect of it. The overall trades. Most people that participate in that, they want to get they want to go back and forth with cash. Because it's exposure just to the price of silver. It's not silver itself. Here's North Star Stacker, who has been interested in platinum lately, and he says it here, as I mentioned in this video. He says, and I'm bullish on it too. I can very easily outperform gold. It has significant industrial value, and it could be being held down. Yeah, it is possible. It's a very, very tiny market. Very narrow in terms of where it's produced, like palladium and rhodium. Really, it's only 2 places in the world where it's produced at any substantial amount. And so, yeah, a lot can change. It wouldn't take much to disrupt the supplies even more that could cause platinum to go above gold again. It is quite possible. Jesse J Studios says here, the banks have constantly predicted the price of silver. I, for one, do not believe what any of the banks have to say. Understandable. I think many of us did not see this coming for sure. All right, Zardoz has just gifted a Salivate Metal gift membership. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Zardoz is here. James Owens received one of those. I think James is with us in here tonight, so very, very cool. Awesome. You got one of those and being here. That doesn't happen too often when a channel gift membership happens to get to somebody right here in the chat here tonight. Appreciate you guys being here, and I'll roll this over. If any more come in, I'll do push-ups. If any more of the super chats come in or channel gift memberships. Steve Brown says this here: in terms of barter, platinum seems an orphan compared to gold and silver. Platinum not really considered money like the other 2 PMs. That's exactly right. It really isn't. That's why I refer to it as sort of a fringe precious metal, and that's why I don't have as much of it as I do gold and silver. But I still like it, still bullish on it. But yep, you're right. It is not really considered money like the other PMs. And I mentioned that in the video as well. Okay. Let's see here. And we've got the Second Earth Foundation says, if silver is in a supply deficit, then there's no way it's going to be an average of $55 an ounce for 2026. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Well, but think about it. The Second Earth Foundation, it's going to be considered an average of that. That's actually a very bullish call. An average of $55 for the entire year. That's actually a pretty bullish call when you think about it. James Owens, wow. Thank you, James. Boom. He just sent a thermonuclear bomb of $49.99 super chat. Look at that. 50 push-ups I got to do now. I'm going to break this up between push-ups and curls if you don't mind. But wow, very nice. Let's get down to it. +1 for Zardoz gift membership. Man. Michael K. Welcome, Michael K. Been live since 6 o'clock Eastern. Just a few minutes. So you're in at a good time. Thank you. Let's get into some of these push-ups. Let's see if we can do it here. Let's do 20 and then 30 curls. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. Let's catch a little breath there. And then I'll get through the curls. Wow. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, James. Man, very kind of you. Wow. All right. Whew. All right. Getting the blood flowing tonight. Thank you, brother. All right. Let's see here. We have Barrett Baker says, what's a good amount of silver to stack to? 100, 500 ounces, 1,000 or 200 or 2,000 ounces. What should my goal be? Um, well, I've kind of talked a little bit about that in my playlist. Let's see if I can find the playlist here. If we go over here to Silver Basics playlist, let's see here. What silver should you buy? What's a fair price? Let's see here. I think I've got a video on this topic. And let's see here. Let's see. Everything you need to know. How much silver should you own? A guide to silver stacking. So if you go look this up, how much silver should you own? A guide to silver stacking. That will answer that question. So I hope you will check that out. All right, let's get into it. Man, look at this. Michael K has just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Very nice of you. I need to catch up on the others, and I'm going to get to that. I'm going to do this with 6 push-ups for you and Zardoz. But let's do the curls now. I'm getting the blood flowing tonight so that we can get James's out of the way here. 30 curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, very good. I feel the burn with those curls. Oh yeah, okay. Now, let me catch my breath on that, then I'll do the 6 push-ups. And thank you again for that. Again, man, James, that was very kind of you. And, oh, thank you, CCT, for posting a link to that video, How Much Silver Should You Own, here in the chat. And let's see here. Also, I wanted to thank Zardoz and Michael K for the channel gift memberships. Those are very kind because you get access to the emoticons here, and it's very cool. It lasts for 30 days, and maybe you want to continue it after that on your own, but very nice. Now let's do 6 push-ups for Michael K and Zardoz. Catch up here. Very cool. Getting my exercise in tonight, making me work for it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nice. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm back at it. You guys are wonderful. Appreciate you being here. Let's get into the... So, thank you, Barrett Baker. And hopefully you'll hear this response and check that video out. Greg Olson says here that mining is not expected to meet silver demand for 10 years. This is Phil Baker, according to a LBMA meeting attendee interview. Wow, interesting. That's something else. I have to check that interview out. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here tonight. And where are we at? Let's move forward here to the next comment up on the roster here tonight. Let's see. Willie Spencer giving us an emoticon here. Thank you for watching and appreciate that. And we've got this from J50 Shooter. Mega Dittos on that 2025 Sunflower. I think it will be a winner in the future. I really love the eagle in the back. And see, I don't like the eagle in the back of it, honestly. It looks like it's being flushed down the toilet. But I do like the sunflower side. And I do think it is the lowest mintage. It's capped at 12,000, and so far they've sold 11,919, I think. So not many left that they're going to offer anymore. Even if they sold through the entire mintage, it's still not available at the U.S. Mint. But nonetheless, I think that it's going to do well in the secondary market. This is why I went ahead and made a numismatic play on that. But thank you so much. Sounds like he's a Rush baby or Rush fan, as I am as well. That's right, with none of my brain tied behind my back because I need every single brain cell front and center just to keep up with you guys. Mario says, thanks, Sal. Thank you so much. And let's see here. Hola Clive says here, the exchanges always support the shorts. At the nickel crisis a few years ago, they closed contracts, bailed out the shorts, don't hold long contracts on gold and silver and the COMEX. Yeah. Well, I just hold the physical. I don't mess around with any of the paper stuff. I don't fault people for doing it, but I think it's good to diversify. But I just have believed in the physical for so long. I'm going to do that. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. We've got Michael K. Good to see Shotgun Susie is here. All right, attorney Michael Elaine knows Bo Snerdley. That's right. He's a Rush fan too. Awesome. Yes, indeed. I'm just a lovable little hairball instead of a fur ball. You know, that's me. All right. Very good. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. And Zardos is a fan too. Very cool. May he rest in peace. All right. Ibg, yeah, we're not talking about the band rush. Not the band rush. But the girl drummer, I think she's pretty good. She's a pretty good drummer. So I think that tour will probably go well. Some people may have a hard time accepting her, but anyways. Richard Metcalf says, I think they are a little bit on the conservative side. They were very much so last year. I hope they are this year as well. Platinum is the only metal I haven't cost average to the positive side yet. Okay, Richard, that's all right. Yep, it is a little bit riskier of a play with platinum for sure. Jerry Parker, long time no see. Good to see you. Thank you so much, my friend. He was the 100th thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. John Knox is here. Dilly Dog is here. Steve Lapointe is with us tonight. Good to see you. Yes, Silver Drill Pickle. You missed it. You just came in. I did a lot of push-ups tonight thanks to some super chats. But I can do more. I'm not completely spent yet. But it's been a good night this year. Cybercurtain Twitcher, thank you so much. A slurp for this algorithm on this video. Thank you. Check out Cybercurtain Twitcher's channel, by the way. A great channel. A great member of the community. Long-standing. Has been here as long as I have. Pretty cool. And we've got Maccabee says, honey will break out during the fiat dollar crash. Silver crash is not as bad. And after the crash, buy land assets. All right. Very good. Yeah, well, we'll see. I think if there is going to be some sort of unstable situation or a crash of the markets, silver will be affected, much like it has every single time that's happened before. Do not be surprised if that were to occur. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, and Tucson Bubba is here, sanitizing the entire chat with a bourbon pump. There he is. Good to see you, my friend. Sean, I think we will see 5K gold in 2026. Silver, I have no idea. I would guess 62 to 65. Well, Sean, those seem like very probable figures for 2026. I'm with you on that. All right. If you know, you know. Stacking he went back and saw my full palladium stack video. It's not much, but it's something. But I did a full palladium stack some time ago, and he says, what a beautiful spread. $167 per ounce. Great stuff, Sal. Enjoyed this little trip down memory lane from 5 years ago. Well, thank you, and I appreciate you, my friend, for watching that video. You've been very kind. There's some that will take the time and watch some of the older videos. I have over 8,500 videos now, and so there's a lot to go through. So I appreciate those who do take the time to go back through the old content. And if you ever wanted to do that, if you're ever just curious, we used to play a game here where you could go to the channel and you could search for anything and see what pops up. You know, you could look at, like, let's see anything pops up if we put in blubber. What will pop up if we type in blubber? Nothing on blubber. But most any other word, you could get something to pop up here, like scammer. Oh, help if I spelled scammer right, wouldn't it? And there's a lot of videos on scammers. That's right. And so yes, indeed, a lot of that was some of the calls and stuff. But yeah, so there's a lot there, or anything else. Palladium. I've done a number of videos on palladium. So all kinds of stuff. You can whatever you want to know, you can type it in there in the search just for your edification. All right, let's see here. Where are we at now? We've got the Novus Chalmundi. Says here, it all depends on the rate of inflation. If inflation is high, the metals will march on. Yes, I think so too. But remember, some of the inflation and the price of metals do not always go hand in hand. That is quite obvious with daily market moves. But overall, it averages out. It averages out in the end, for sure. You're exactly right. Very good. All right. And let's see as we move on up the chain here. Hey, here we go. This is the comment that encouraged me to go live. I don't know if Zardoz is still here. He says, and we are live. And we did go live from his subtle suggestion here. Yes, indeed. Jeff Johnson says in the chat, Sal, sounds like scary haircut when selling. Manipulation rises. Big cost in selling. Don't get it. I'm not sure I know what you mean by that. I do need to get a haircut. And maybe he's telling me I need to get a haircut. Maybe that's what it is. Manipulation rises. Big cost in selling. Don't get it. Well, there's one thing. Whenever the prices go up like crazy, it causes the markets to go kittywampus. And a lot of people selling. That's why people aren't getting what they really deserve when they go to sell their silver. Because see, there's two prices that are, there's the two most important prices for silver are the price you pay and the price you get when you sell. Nothing else really matters. And those prices you have to adjust for inflation as to see whether or not you are coming out ahead, breaking even, or making a profit, or taking a loss. Those are some things to keep in mind. Really, that's really what matters whenever you go to sell and go to buy. All right. Let's see here. Let us engage with the next comment here from Eli. Let me get over to this here. Get this going and get some activity happening here. Why isn't this happening here? All right, here we go. Good to see Red Crawler is with us here. All right, so Eli, I'll have to go look for the report, but someone stated that there could be a major burst in silver prices in June due to some kind of possible Fed replacement or activities going on in June of next year that can make silver explode. Yeah, I think and the Fed, that's kind of being baked in now. There's already a name floating out there for the Fed chair, and I think that's in part playing a role in some of the price movement we're seeing right now. But I've heard March, April is something else that we should look and consider. Gen X Collectible is here. Yeah, don't forget to add in your premium you pay too. Not just exactly right. That's why the two most important prices, as I mentioned before, are the price you pay and the price you get whenever you sell it. And everything else is really immaterial personally to you individually. Because spot price is just a suggestion based off of the markets. But no one really has to respect the spot price when you're buying or selling. And that's where the premiums come in. But good to see Gen X Collectible. Check out his channel. He tracks the sales of U.S. Mint products and others through spreadsheets and analysis. Check him out. See, Phipps is here. Yes, this is a surprise live. We will be live again tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss tomorrow night's live stream as we watch the markets open up. Should be a very interesting opening, I think, of the markets as December has turned out to be a pretty wild month. So who knows what can happen. I hope you will join me. Night says here. that silver is pulling a Forrest Gump. One day it started running and it's not going to stop. Yep, exactly. But sooner or later it will come to a stop. But who knows? But right now it doesn't seem like there's much slowing down from the occasional getting crushed from one day trading day to the next. That could happen. All right, but let's see here. All right. Let us do this. All right, there you go. Can you thank all the recent U.S. silver slide purchases? I'm trying to get stock back in New York, but tariffs are causing me issues. Well, that sucks. So the tariffs are literally affecting anything, including your silver slides. That sucks. Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah, thanks to all those who bought in the United States the CCT silver slide and his own invention. All copies are cheap imitations. But yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, man. Look at that. Red Crawler and Zardos both sent a Salivate Metal gift membership, one after the other. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that very much. If you receive one of those, give them a warm thank you. We'll recup with if anything more comes in. We'll just add those two for push-ups. But thank you very much. All right, Paulo Losasso says, I bought P2P half-ounce Clyde Gold Eagle for $2,000 today. I'm not sure what P2P means, but congratulations on making that purchase for $2,000. That's an under spot price. Way to go for gold. The surprise is that we are live, Eric Boots and Bank. It's a surprise live. This is impromptu. So this is the surprise. So welcome. Glad you're here. We don't normally stream on this night, so yes, indeed. All right. And attorney says, Michael says, do you agree that the best way to sell metals is by forming a parallel system of patriots? I do. I'm not sure I know what you mean by parallel system, but it's a good way to sell. The best thing, if you can find a strategy to sell, to get the most out of your metals peer-to-peer, that's probably going to be the best way. And maybe that's what Paulo Sasso meant, is I bought a peer-to-peer half ounce. Maybe that's what that means. So, yes. All right. G. Burge says this. Can someone explain to me when the COMEX inventory isn't falling that much? Why the COMEX inventory isn't falling much, especially after the supposed delivery that was due to the end of November? Is there any other inventory besides COMEX that should be tracking to try and understand actual silver scarcity? Well, it depends. I think the COMEX doesn't have scarcity. It's the SGE, the Shanghai Gold Exchange. And yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think that's the best way. Hands down. You could probably get the most for it. Bill Button is here. Good to see you. It's best because dealers are not paying, I think, fair. I say they're going on the market. The market right now is inundated with retail market. The retail market is inundated with silver now, hands down. Anecdotally, one of my local coin shops is being flooded with silver right now. They're buying, it's a ratio of 10 to 1 of people coming in and selling compared to what they're selling back to the public. The public is coming and selling to them, which means they're offering much less far back a spot. For instance, when silver was at $59 an ounce, they were paying $54 for 10-ounce silver bars. And it's just that's where the market is now. That's how and so it's not really the best time to sell, in my opinion. And likely you can get much more than that peer to peer if you're going to sell. But again, shop around. There are some dealers that are offering better. Some of the online dealers, I think, they have a wider market. So, like, for instance, Summit Metals, you might, if you're going to sell back to a bullion dealer or shop around, check out Summit Metals and see what they're offering if you want to sell. But really, honestly, a system where you're selling in and amongst yourself peer-to-peer is probably the best. Paul Muller says, the Silver Institute is part of the silver price suppression complex. I don't believe a thing they say. You're not alone. A lot of people are very skeptical of the Silver Institute. Carrie Terrence says, just curious why you stopped pouring silver. Silver will continue to be used in industry more and more and will continue to go up in price. Yeah. Well, because I'm not very good at it, and it takes a lot of time and effort to make that happen. And I've poured very little over the course of my time, and it's just it's something that I don't have as much interest and investment in as others do. But I applaud those who do it, but it's just not for me really overall. Okay, let's see here. Thank you. Yeah, good crowd. Appreciate you guys. We have 135 likes. Appreciate that, Steve Lapointe. And we've got Kenny Lidford says here, I bought a 1988 Silver Eagle for $60 yesterday. I'm still tripping with the spot price of $58. I need to get my stack growing, but dang, I don't know whether to buy a few ounces a month or a few tubes at this point. Yeah, I hear you, Kenny Lidford. It's tough because we could be at the very top of the market now. I don't know. Nobody should buy, if you ever hear me or anybody else say, hey, you should definitely buy silver right now because we're just beginning to see the bull run away. Be very skeptical of anybody saying that to you because no one knows where the market's going to go. No one truly knows. But we know we have a meeting this week at the FOMC. You're right, Joseph. And more than likely, they're going to cut rates by a quarter point. All right, let's see here. And we've got Wicked Sticky Flowers, plus they use silver in aerobic shorts. That's right. It is used in clothing, too. It's a bacteria killer. For sure. Helps eliminate odors, which are caused by bacteria. All right. John Rush, I finally picked up some silver Libertads today from my LCS. Some 1-ounce coins and a beautiful 2-ounce coin. Congratulations. They are nice. Libertads are really cool. Let's see here. Indeed they are. Let's see here. All right. And thanks again, Sal. Thank you, Robert Tolmer. Appreciate that. And thanks for watching this video. By the way, this is an important video. It's not doing very well. But I hope everybody will watch this video that I just posted before going live. It's entitled, Watch for These 4 Silver Demand Factors in 2026. I think this will help you give a better understanding of the silver market and where the demand lies, where the silver squeezes could take place for 2026. A very important video. It doesn't have a snappy, catchy title, but it is important information. And so I hope you'll watch that video. And I like to do informative videos like this and talk about the markets and what's coming, what's trending, and basic stacking fundamentals. I like to do videos like that too, but they rarely get the views that my news videos do. But I kind of wish they would because I think those are better videos overall as far as learning about silver stacking and what the fundamentals are. Steve C., I'm bullish on all 3. There you go. I am too, my friend. I am too. Don't forget silver bullets. Yeah, we can love silver bullets. You're right. I love silver bullets. They got a premium to them as well. Jesse J Studios on this video about silver demand coming next year. Video I just posted says this. There are over 100 new nuclear power plants worldwide that are about to be built. Hundreds of millions of ounces of silver are going to be needed, not just for circuitry, but for the cooling rods. For some reason, it's not being calculated in the Silver Institute's estimates. These new power plants will require about 1/2 of all silver that is mined each year. Wow. I did not know that. I knew silver was used there, but I don't know how long it's going to take to build those power plants too, but that's interesting, fascinating. All right. All right. Debt clock, $38.44 trillion. Keep on stacking, indeed. That's right. We're heading fast track to 39 trillion. It's crazy. Ominous Rooster. I like seeing the sterling silver in your display becoming harder to find. It really is. I haven't seen my local coin shop. One of my local coin shops have they used to have boxes full of it. I don't see it as often. And I bought some of this stuff when silver was cheaper not long ago, but I like some of that stuff. All right. All right, let's see here. Zornos with another Salivate Metal gift membership. So I owe 3. I'll do another. If another one comes in, I'll do a push-ups for those to get 4 in. Thank you, Zardos. Appreciate that very much for sending that over. George Boutwell. Question 2026 1 ounce Washington Gold Coin Commander Series. 7th Commander release introductory price only 500 minted on SD Bullion, only available in IRA. So I don't get the physical. Wow, I guess not. That's not cool, actually. Especially if you're collecting the series and you can only get it through the IRA and it's got to be stored off site. Yeah, I would not. I would complain about that because if you're collecting the series, you want to be able to get it in hand. It's part of the, that's collectible silver, not IRA silver or gold. In this case, gold. That's crazy. Yeah, I would call them and say, hey, I'm collecting the series and I want to be able to take possession of this. That's the whole reason why, you're doing this. Yes, it's all the IRA stuff, use bullion for that. But even so, just be careful, be wary of that. But yeah, that's all right, let's see here. Okay. Dennis Niemeyer, buy the dip from Summit Metals with Diamond Fist. That's right, exactly. Diamond Fist, for sure. Very good. Thank you, Dennis Niemeyer. Rob says, 225 Liberty Eagles. And I'm just showing off. Well, it was an opportunity thing. That's why I decided to kind of do it there. But it was not an easy task, for sure. But thank you. Let's see here. And says, Best Seed Orchard says this here. Why does that U.S. gold coin look like copper? Probably because it contains a lot of copper, not pure gold. Buy pure gold, not watered down. Prone to turning black. U.S. Eagles. Well, it's not going to turn black. It's not going to turn black at all. It does have copper in it, but it's only a small amount. It's not watered down. It's got 1 ounce of pure gold in it. Gold Eagles weigh a full ounce plus the extra copper and silver in it. It's a combination copper and silver. All right, let's see here. Steve Lapointe with a $3 super chat. Thank you, my friend. 155 likes. Thank you. So that coupled with the 3 channel gift memberships, that's a total of 6 push-ups, which I can do. Thank you. Appreciate that. Here we go. Let's do 6 push-ups now. Here we go. We got it happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Nice. Making it happen for the cap'n. Appreciate that so much. All right. Attorney Michael, what do you think about buying old half cents and copper pennies as a hedge? Well, old half cents are numismatic, and copper pennies, I think it's good to stack those. It doesn't cost you anything but the 1 cent to stack those. I'm actually doing that now. I'm putting back all my pre-83 cents, and the ones that are from 1982, there was a portion of them that are copper-coated zinc, so you have to weigh them. An actual copper cent weighs over 3 grams. I think the copper-coated zinc is 2.8 grams, so weigh those. I can tell by looking at them whether they're copper or not. But yeah, I think other than that, if you're going to do the half cents, those are numismatic. You're probably going to pay a hefty premium. If you want to be a collector and get those, I think that's great. There's a lot of historic value to those and numismatic value to the half cents. But yeah. All right. Let's see here. CB Coin Shop in Toccoa, Georgia had an at-spot silver sale today. Way to go. Nice. Yeah. It does not surprise me. Spot price is going up so much. And if they have all this extra silver, that doesn't surprise me either. That's the free market in action, folks. The free market is in action. That's what's going on. They're inundated with silver. They can afford to sell it cheap and to sell it right at spot, for sure. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, wheats, I know, and honestly, unless you're collecting a date run of wheats, I would not pay much more for wheat. They're very common too. And you will pay a little bit more for those, but I would just, if for the copper, I would just, for the copper value, I would just get the pre 83 cents. All right. Let's see. We have got P. Ryan Limerick on this video. And again, check out this video here when we're done with this broadcast called Watch for These 4 Silver Demand Factors in 2026. I think it's a pretty important video to help you understand what's going on with the demand factors that are going to be playing a role in 2026. I'm in Europe, Ireland, and glad Sal, you have referenced silverware or flatware. Not many channels do because of the sales tax called VAT, value-added tax. New silver coins as well as sellers' commission or margin is north of 23% VAT applied. But buying flatware gets around this for stackers. Most of my stack is in silverware, sterling, 925 spoons, and other bits of hallmark British silver items. Not coins at all. Most purchased at auctions. Way to go, P. Ryan Limerick. That's awesome. And you can also find some of that stuff. If you shop around right, you can get it for well under spot. So that is awesome. Good job, P. Ryan Limerick. Let's refresh this here and see what we've got here with some of the other comments that have come along our way in the last hour here. Let's see here. We got Sean also commenting on this video about 2 extreme paths for gold and silver ahead. Neither are good. Video says here, as much as I love silver, I don't trust it. I have held off buying since the last dip about a month ago. When it goes up much as fast, it always comes down. Got up this morning and it was down to 56.90. I still think it will drop more. I'm glad it is above 50. Still a win, yeah. And then it shot right back up again, so it's crazy. It's an unpredictable market when it's all said and done. And the thing is like I said, every year I do a price prediction video just for fun. I don't take my predictions very seriously. But so far, I've actually been right a little bit more than I've been wrong on my silver predictions. But anyways, let's see here. We've got Jesse J Studios on this video from a couple of days ago. Says the following. I'm not expecting any major pullback, especially not down in the low 40s, only small pullbacks and a nice steady climb upwards. There won't be any large parabolic upward moves that could cause a following crash. $60, $70 nice and steady. 70, 90 a little quicker. Resistance at triple digit. But then once it breaks through 100, we will finally see silver being priced closer to actual value. Time frame 10 to 16 months. All right. Well, Jesse J, you're more optimistic than I am on silver prices, but we shall see. I don't rule much out at this point. I kind of don't think we're going to see triple digit silver for a while, but I still think we got some room to move upwards. Maria on this video says here the following. I got one delivery today and took another order. Hold on to what you got. In the German Nazi war, World War II, they looted Germany and the people had nothing. Those of us who believe that Trump is serving America's interests is not paying attention to details. The ideas of setting man against his brothers, using religion, politics, and race while fighting each other. They are looting the economy, taxing the people too much, then send your sons and daughters to die for the harsh Russian winter. In World War I, people died in trenches and rats ate their bodies. That's the point of fighting for a country you have no rights in. You cannot even get good health care, etc. Anyways, International Bank of Settlements. Why we sacrifice your sons and daughters in unwinnable war. If you have money to pay and send your children out of harm's way because these wars are illegal. 15 million of Ukrainians people have lost their lives, and the German wants the Ukrainians refugees out of their country. Yeah, and I don't know if it's been 15 million or not, but a lot of people have lost their lives. I've heard that Russians have lost upwards of about a million. And my guess is probably it's near the same or a little bit more. Ukrainians have lost their lives. It's sad. Anyways, BT Sweeney, 37.38 is the 200-day moving average. Good place to go long again. Yes, indeed, for sure. Darren says 59.04 Shanghai Silver Exchange. Yeah, it's crazy. Getting up in there at $59, almost at 60 we saw earlier on Friday. C130 Hercules says this. Measuring your stack in dollars, what's the problem? It ends there. If you're measuring your stack in dollars, you're still brainwashed. How many dollars do you have? Yeah, it's always good, and it's tough. We do measure our stack in dollars. It's a part of the economy. The dollar is unescapable by anybody, especially if you're in the United States or in a nation that trades in dollars heavily. However, we should be thinking of our silver measured in ounces. And when you think about that over the long course of time and through history, it really puts things into perspective. All right, Chadwick says here, what would you estimate, if any, the chances are that the copper spot price could be converted from pounds to ounces, considering that copper is now the critical minerals list? Slim to none. Being a part of the critical minerals list does not mean that it is rare. And this is why it's priced by the pound. And in ounces, it's measured in avidoporous ounces. Copper, the reason why it's on on that list is because of supply chain issues, which are still kind of left over in some parts, even dating back to the pandemic. We still have not completely reconnected the supply chains for a myriad of different reasons, by the way, since the pandemic. But there's other new reasons, obviously the Russia-Ukraine war and the like, but also the critical minerals list is done with copper so that we can do domestic production of copper in this country. But it does not mean that copper is rare. It will not be measured in ounces. Not going to happen. It's gone up. It's over $5 a pound now, which is good. Copper's doing pretty good. Record highs, or very near record highs at this point. But it's not going to be switched over. But good question nonetheless. All right. Zethi Tail on this video says, anyone else tired of sales pitches from sponsor sneak-ins on every single channel out there? Pay me. Maybe then I'll care and I'll buy something people are selling, because we're all broke, so we're waiting on metal to go higher so we can make some money. Well, I don't understand what that second part of the comment is, but the thing is, yeah, a lot of the bigger channels are getting sponsors, and I've got a sponsor too that I'm very, very proud of, unapologetically proud of. That's part of the free market, Z the tail. And if you're broke, well, I'm sorry. Most people that are broke, it's their own fault that they're broke, by the way. I would encourage you to work harder. And, I've got over 8,500 videos, and I work very hard for this channel, and I'm unapologetic for having a channel sponsor. So, sorry you don't like it, but it's the way it's going to be. And, all right. Zardos, push-up sale. Okay, all right, we'll do a push-up sale. We'll do 2 push-ups or 2 exercises. I may involve some pelvic thrust in there. Haven't done any pelvic thrust in a long time. But here's the push-up sale or the exercise sale. 2 push-ups for every $1, or 2 pelvic thrust, or 2 curls for every $1 donated via Super Chat, and 3 for every $1 donated via PayPal Friends and Family. And why isn't more there? Because the PayPal Friends and Family means that I don't have to pay taxes on it, and there's no fees that are taken out. Because with the Super Chats, YouTube takes 30% and another 25+% for taxes. So that's why I do that. But yep, it is on for limited time only. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. All right, so we got that going. Let's get to the next comment here. Do some push-ups. There you go, push-ups. I get to do some manscaping for that. All right, Rohandle says, I agree, just keep stacking, do dollar cost averaging, too many factors, geopolitical and big banks messing up things. I'd rather have it than not being able to get it. Exactly right. Exactly. Whoa, Zardos, boom. Oh my goodness gracious. He is putting me to the test. So that means I got to do 100 exercises. Zardos just sent 50 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow, making me work at it very hard. Very cool. Wow, man. And before I get to those exercises, and thank you again, Zardos, we're going to mix it up. Stacking Benjamin says, so I've been looking for your channel around, found 2 of them today at a local show for $5 back a spot, my monthly buy. So stoked. Congratulations. That's really good. You got a great deal on those. Wow. And that just goes to show you that there's a premium on them when you buy them from Summit Metals. But that you should not expect to get that premium back if you go to sell those. So congratulations, Stacking Benjamin. But if anybody wants to buy a channel round for a premium, even though it's on sale, it is available at Summit Metals. What's there is probably going to be it. So let's get it started. Look at that. Thank you, Zardos. Let's get into it. Let's start with some push-ups. 100 I got to do. Wow. All right, here we go. And we have a 5 spot that came in as well. Man, let me get to that in a moment. Let me start these push-ups. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. Oh boy. All right. 80 more to do. Thank you, Zardos. And let me scroll up here. All right. Okay, Tucson Bubba. He says no pelvic thrust. Okay. All right, no pelvic thrust. Okay, I won't do pelvic thrust. And even though I really should do them, but if I can find some other exercise to do to work my abdomen muscles, I will try to do it without pelvic thrusting. But thank you. All right. Let's get into some curls for this here now. 30 curls. That'll take care of the first 50. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. All right. There we go. Let me catch my breath here. And full confession, I'm doing these exercises fast because I don't want to bore the audience by just counting. And so I'm not doing them with the correct form. And that also means not all the push-ups are down to the chest, which they should be. But yeah, get some creatine and protein powder. That's right. And yes, you're right about that too, Michael, about the pelvic thrust being super cheap in the Philippines. And curl should be done with a 100-ounce silver bar. Exactly. I should do that. That would be great. Now, let me ask permission from Tucson Bubba if I can do pelvic thrust. I really do need to exercise those muscles. So can I do the pelvic thrust? Because sit-ups are kind of bad for your back. So I'm going to ask for that, if I can do that. Oh, thank you, North Star Stacker. As a gift, he said no push-ups needed. Thank you, my friend. So I'm going to wait for Tucson Bubba to answer that, if I can do that. Yeah, sit-ups are kind of bad for your back. And they don't work the muscles quite the way. But I will do those. But I'm kind of respecting. Very good. Hungry for all this. Time for a cupcake. There you go. Yes, indeed. Crunches are okay. Yeah, I guess I could call them. But I wonder how do you really do crunches? Are where you just do a half a sit-up, right? Is that what it is? Like maybe that would be what it is. But what I do with the pelvic thrust is I put I lay down flat on the floor, put my my legs up on a chair, and then I thrust my pelvis up. Okay, there you go. I think okay, thank you so much. He's going to have a beer out on the patio while I do the pelvic thrust. Okay, thank you, Tucson Bubba, because it really does. I really feel it when I do those things. So let me explain it as I do it. Zardos with 10 more Salivate Metal gift memberships. He's on fire tonight. Let me get to these done first here. Here we go. All right. But again, let's see here. All right. So what I'm doing here, folks, is I am laying flat on my back. I put my legs up on the chair, on the seat of the chair, and then I thrust my pelvis. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. All right. Ah, wow. Feel that. Oh. All right. Yeah, thank you. No details, please. Yes, sorry about that. That's right. They're better in bed with a spotter. That's true. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Attorney Michael Eline. Appreciate you for popping in tonight. Appreciate it. Have a good night, CCT. Thank you so much. All right. So we need 20 more. We've done 80 exercises. So let me do 20 more curls. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Tucson Bubba. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. 20 more curls here. Wow. All right. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. Thank you. All right. All right, let me rest up because I owe 20 more exercises to Zardos for 10 more Celebrate Metal gift memberships. And Big Test Eunice says, sorry I've been so stingy with my contributions to the channel lately. No, hey, no worries, my friend. I just appreciate you being here. I know it's not something everybody can do all the time. I'm just honored and humbled that you've done it in the past, and I appreciate you being here very much. You guys are amazing, so thank you. You're making me work for it tonight, and thank you guys for hanging out with me here. Let's answer a few more comments. Give me a chance to catch my breath, and then I'll do the other exercises here. So here we go. Let's see. I think I'm going to try to do 20 more push-ups when I'm done here, but let's get over here to this next comment, shall we? We have got this from Hendrick's son says, silver and gold will switch places, not up to the U.S. anymore. Well, if you're talking about in price, that is never going to happen. I'm sorry to say. But anyways, in terms of the performance outperforming each other, we've already started to see that with silver, hence why the gold to silver ratio is narrowing. But anyways, all right, so he says here, don't stack in dollars, accept a dollar bill from you. I will buy all my coins from eBay from reputable sellers. I've never had a problem over 2,500 purchases. Testing everything, I did have a problem with the coin I got from a local coin shop once, but never had a problem on eBay. Well, you're lucky. It has happened on eBay more times than not. But anyways, more times than most people than would at a local coin shop. But it does happen in local coin shops too. When it comes time to sell, I will become the coin shop, be your own coin shop. Why would you give profit to somebody else? Yes, we will pay a small fee on eBay. You will pay a much bigger fee at the local thief shop. Yeah, I mean, peer-to-peer is definitely a good way to do it for sure. Yes, indeed. Oh, we have 191 likes. So maybe we can get to 200 likes before this broadcast is over tonight. And I hate but right says here. He says, who cares if there are pullbacks? Well, a lot of people care if there are pullbacks. We should care if there's pullbacks because it means there's an opportunity to buy. I just keep buying and stacking for the future. Don't listen to all the fear-mongering analysts talking about nonsense, overbought levels, tops, anything else bearish. Listen to the common sense on what silver is and where it is destined to go. Once it hits 100, 150, 200, and 300 and beyond, one day you'll be happy you bought at these dirt cheap prices. But the thing is I hate but right. Who is telling you that it's going to get to 100, 150, 200, and when? Should you listen to those people as well? Think about it. You should listen to all voices and digest and think for yourself on all this stuff, not just the bullish voices. LV Golf, if silver goes to 45, back the truck up, got to look at where we'll be for the next 5 to 10 years. All right. Yes, we shall see. Indeed. All right, we're at 206 thumbs up according to Zardos. Thank you. Silver Heist is here. Good to see Silver Heist. Welcome, my friend. Check out his latest video, by the way. Okay. On Silver's big move that we had, Silver breaking a record yet again. Just yesterday, this happened. Silver broke a record. Almost $60. I bought the ETF ZSL to short silver on Wednesday, but jumped out with a small profit on Thursday because I saw the huge support at 56.50. Today I was going to short again when it hit 59.20, but didn't get my price. Keep an eye on it all day for a long and short position, but the mid 58 level was solid. Didn't want to force a trade, so we'll go back again on Monday. My amateur observations are telling me silver will likely take out 60 soon and won't drop back below 56.50. Thanks for the video, Sal. Thank you. Always informational. Well, thank you, Danny. This is an example of a trader in the silver market working with ETFs and shorting silver to profit. This is somebody that's using natural market conditions and opportunities. Perfect example. What he is doing is not manipulation. It's just normal market activity. Thank you for that, Danny. Appreciate that. All right. Okay, let's see here. We got Caveman J says, I bought 2 NGC MS63 Morgans. I didn't even flinch. Nice. Congratulations on those buys. All right, let's do one more. Then I'm going to do these other push-ups for Zardos for the 10 other gift memberships he sent. He has been on fire, man. Thank you for those channel gift memberships, Zardos. I tell you what, that goes a long way because people get notified they got these channel gift memberships, and maybe they will stick around, come back to the channel, or maybe even extend it. So I really appreciate those when you send those. And let's see here. All right, deep door illegals. Enough with the spamming of the channel. Let's see here. I'm just going to time you out for 10 seconds to get your attention. All right? So we get it, but don't need to say that anymore, okay? We've timed you out for 10 seconds. Come on, man. You should know better than that. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see. All right, we got Tom Sanders says, Sal and Salivation Nation. My opinion, and I made no squat. I don't see silver making much of a squash. If it falls, it falls. I may know a little about the metal, but I know lots about date, world events, etc. And I just see nothing would indicate a crush in the silver price. As for platinum, price is tied to the auto industry, and they are having to give cars away at spot. Nobody's buying new cars, and if you can see economy breaking out and the U.S. dollar gaining strength, because I don't, even the cars with real engines in them use platinum, and you have to pay over for sticker because Bidenomics screwed over the auto industry. Yeah. And yep, and the thing is, if you're looking at world events, that all has an effect on the market. So Tom Sanders, your opinion is valuable because of that. Zardos with another Salivate Metal gift membership. Thank you so much for that. And let's do 11 push-ups. 22 push-ups because the sale is still going on. So 22 push-ups. And thank you, Gold and Silver Conquistador. Thank you for a dozen years of awesome videos. Thank you so much, Gold and Silver Conquistador. So that is 24. Let's do. I'm going to do 15 push-ups and the rest in curls. For this, thank you guys, because the push-up sale is still on. So here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, there's that. And hold on a second here. I got to check something else here. Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see. All right. Where are we at? Okay. So now if my math is right here. That means I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 curls. Let me do 6 curls. I'm sorry, 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5, so that's 11. We'll do 12 curls. 12 curls. That'll get me caught up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa. Oh my goodness gracious. Zardos is going to kill me tonight. Theoretically speaking, that is. With 50 more Salivate Metal Gift memberships across the bow with a pumped up arm there. Man, oh man. Whoa. I have to say now that the push-up sale is over, and we will still do push-ups or whatever exercises, but I mean, I'm going to do this. I owe him 100. 100 more. Look at him go across the bow. Man, thank you, my friend. Wow, Zardos is on fire tonight. Boom. All right, let me catch my breath again, because we got some more exercises to do. Get the pelvic thrust moving. Make it happen. Look at it. There's a lot of names here I don't recognize, but it's crazy. I'm going to be sore on Sunday. That's right. Man, Tom Sanders is here. 1 ounce rounds are about the same as dollars as coins. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, all right. Okay, let's see here. Let me start. Let me see here. Very good. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to do some more pelvic thrust as well here. Let me get started on that. Oh man, very good. Thank you, Zardos. Man, you are the man. Yeah, I got to get to work. That's right, Tucson Bubba. Here we go. Getting to work with some more pelvic thrust. Shoo. Here we go. Okay. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Wow. Okay, I'm going to feel those pelvic thrusts. No question about that. All right. 70 more exercises. I think I'm going to do some jumping jacks next, if it's okay. A variety of workout. I'm going to save my chest a little bit here. So I'm going to do some jumping jacks next. Wow, some squats. Yeah, I don't have any weight to do squats. Man, but I gotta get a little variety here. Crazy. All right, let's see here. You guys are great. Thanks for putting. If you're hearing all this counting and you're just popping in the chat, every time there's a super chat or channel gift membership done, I'm doing some exercises for those. It's something we've been doing on this channel for a while. But I appreciate you being here and putting up with it. So let's see here. Okay, let's do some jumping jacks now. All right, here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Oh boy, 40. 40 plus 30 is 70. I need to do, as soon as I catch my breath, 30 more exercises. Yeah, the jumping jacks go quick, but boy, you can get winded pretty quick on those. Yeah. Get some water. I got a bottled water here. But, boy. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Is having fun. Yeah, I could use a beer right now. That's for sure. I could definitely use a beer. All right. Let's see here. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, Kegels, too. Yeah, there we go. And let's see. Definitely get my workout tonight. Thank you, guys. Man. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of break here, if it's okay, and I'll get back to more. Let's answer this comment from Michael K. He has acquired some constitutional silver today for 25 times face of Winged Liberty dimes at a great price just below spot. Could not turn it down. That is awesome. One day, I see the so-called junk silver having a bigger premium than ASCs. Time will tell. All peace, Salvation Nation. See you on Sunday at 6 Eastern. You're right, Michael. And we have seen constitutional silver with fairly high premiums in the not too distant past. Back in the original silver squeeze movement, it was selling for quite a premium for sure. All right, let's see here. And Snakebite says, I'm still stacking steady for now. There you go. Yep, I believe in stacking steady for sure. And we've got Maria. How about everybody using silver as a coat of armor and practicing weightlifting while wearing it? There you go. All right. Very true. Oh, Pirate Metals. Man, thank you so much. Add 10 more. We will. Thank you, my friend. So that's 40 exercises we got left to do. Thank you, Pirate Metals. I appreciate that, my friend. All right. Let's see here. Pavlov Sheep says Deutsche Bank predicts an increase in organized catalytic converter thefts, which will be shipped and smuggled to another country for processing. Wow. It is possible, but I've never heard them actually say that. That's interesting. I don't know of many banks that actually predict thefts, but I guess it is something to do. All right, so 40. Let's start it with some more exercise. I'm going to do 10 push-ups as part of that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And 30 curls. Yeah, I'm definitely going to feel it. 30 curls. Here we go. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. We are finally all caught up. Finally all caught up. Wow. Oh, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Pirate Metals, and thank you, Zard. Whoa. Oh, my goodness gracious. As soon as I get caught up, this may be a record. Whoa. Wow. Zardoz with 50 more just as soon as I sat down. Boom. There it is. Wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm trying to win over 79. Look at this with the workout. 50 more. This may be a record. Wow. I think that's the maximum you can send, and he has sent in 50 more of them. Man, oh, man. Whoa. Whew. All right, let me catch my breath, and I'll get on it. 50 more exercises. Thank you so much. Look at that. Hey, we have another big channel that got one of those. Alaska Prepper. That's wild. All right. All right, let me answer a few more comments, and we'll get back to it. Zephiel, what do you think of this? Have to look at that off site here. Andy, if silver becomes unobtainium, we will start rolling down windows and getting out of the car to open the trunk. There you go. Yeah, that's right. Bummer. Indeed, it is. These channel memberships are still coming in. being dispersed. Wow. Thank you again, Zardos. Wow, man. Whew. Okay. Creek Runner says, I want to get a silver spoon because I wasn't born with one. There you go. That's why I got one too. It's like, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but at least I have one now. And I can put it in my mouth. That's what she said. All right, there you go. Groovin' for real. I eat with sterling silver flatware every day. Nice. All right. I need to do that more often. That's awesome. Yes, indeed. Matt Bittner with an algorithmic cookie. Thank you so much. Wow, Zardos. Zardos has sent like others too, like 10 here, 1 there, 1 there. And so, man, I think this might be a record for Zardos. This is incredible. Thank you, my friend. And Matt Bittner with an algorithmic can here. All right, I'm going to get to the exercises now. And let's see here. Yeah, well, Steve LaPointe, I can't take a break because if people do that, I mean, he's doing it for me to do it. I want to be a man of my word. I know you don't like to hear me count. I know I apologize, but I'll try to be quick with them. But I want to be a man of my word and at least do that. So sorry about that. I know it's probably annoying hearing me breathe. But hey, it's part of the fun. We're having fun here tonight. And so out of respect for Zardoz, I'm going to do these. And I'm going to do them tonight. I am going to be sore tomorrow. There's no question about that. But hey, that's part of the fun. So thanks for putting up with me, guys. I know it's not the funnest thing to hear me count. But hey, maybe it is. To hear me suffer and breathe hard, maybe there's some entertainment in that. So here we go. All right, here we go. Let's do some pelvic thrust. And we'll do some more jumping jacks too. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so there's 20 of those. All right, 20 of those. Let's do 20 jumping jacks. These will be quick, I think. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. Okay, so there's that. And let's do 10 curls. And then I think we'll be good. All right, here we go. 10 curls, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we are completely all caught up. Oh, boy. Now I can rest. There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zardoz, man. You are the man. I appreciate that, brother. Wow, there we go. Nice. I feel it. I'm going to be feeling it tomorrow. Thank you again so much, Zardoz, and all of you for the super chats and the fun tonight. We're going to keep going a little bit longer here. So what do we have here? We've refreshed some of these comments. And we've got this from Davey Baggins. When the government is ready to do quantitative easing again, and they've already started to some degree, won't that make the inflation much worse and a sure boost for sort of silver? Is there any silver lining where the economy doesn't keep deteriorating, and as a result of silver keep rising? Yes and no. Some of that money, believe it or not, could be sent overseas, much like it was done in 2009 through 2011 and 12 and 13 and 14. There's like 3 rounds of quantitative easing that happened then. A lot of that money went to Europe and some other places. And so it didn't, the velocity of money wasn't increasing here in the U.S. Although, in theory and in practice, we could still see inflation increase here as a result of that. So, yes, indeed. Thank you. All right. Josie Moto says this. how is the silver supply shortage affecting the price of silver? Was there a shortage at the time of the previous highs? Also, the increasing amount of silver used in industrial application with the finite supply today. Well, the supply affecting it's a long-term effect. It's basically it's one of the drivers, but it's not the main driver that's boosting it right now. But it is one of the drivers for sure, long term. And I think that's why we're going to see higher lows once this bull run ends. All right. Oh, the roller coaster of silver, indeed. And we're here for the ride. It's part of what this channel does. This channel not only talks about the fundamentals of silver long term, but I do talk about the market activity and actions that happen as well. And I appreciate those who watch those videos too. Sherilyn Pearson says here, I would love to see silver hit $40 again, because I know it would be a great opportunity. And I respect you a lot, but I still think $50 is a new bottom. Well, Sherilyn Pearson, you very well could be right, because we've been seeing it above $50 for well over 10 days now. So there's that. Oh, Tucson Baba with 10 Salivate Metal gift memberships. Wow, look at that coming in here from Tucson Baba. I appreciate that, my friend. Let's drop and give him 10 push-ups for that. Thank you, sir. Wow. Man. Let's see here. Let's make this happen for Tucson Bubba. And thank you, Dennis Niemeyer. I wish I had a beer right now. That would be nice. I would love to have a beer. Now I'm thirsty for a beer. Here we go. 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They're getting harder to do, but we're making them there. Here we go. Thank you, Tucson Bubba. All right. Yes, thank you, Sky Full of Potential. Yes, it was either Zardoz or Tucson Bubba that gave you that. Very cool. Welcome here, Sky Full of Potential. Glad you're here. And welcome. Good to see all the new folks popping in tonight. Appreciate you being here. All right, TR Dutch on this extreme volatility for silver. I have been laying low. I got 8 ounces of Thanksgiving at 53.50. Since then, I've been watching, but gold keeps calling my name. Man, if it gets below 4, I probably won't be able to contain myself. I wish I could just smack down and get it over with. Yeah, I hear you. It would be nice to get a dip, a nice good dip in gold's price below 4,000, and that would be considered a gift. But I remember it wasn't long ago when it went over 2,000 that some were saying, I'm going to purchase gold when it hits 1,300. Who knows? We may be over those days. It's hard to say at this point. It's crazy. All right. Okay. Gene Lefevers, the vast majority of my silver was bought at $8. I think I'm safe. Yes, indeed you are. Way to go. That's awesome. No Blinders says, right now everyone's mother and brother is selling their silver per dealers. Yes, indeed they are. They are doing it, which is why I'm encouraging people to hold on to your core silver stack with diamond fists. Diamond fists is what we need to have for that. Yes, indeed. All right, silver, $57.11 right now. Yes, 2 days ago, it's now above 58 again, but yes, shows how dynamic the silver market is for sure. Hatchet Head says, I believe what's different is the country is $38 trillion in debt, and Bitcoin is very volatile, and the bond market isn't a smart investment right now anyway. Yes, that's true. Those are just a few of the dynamics that make it different. But you're right. All right, let's see here. We have 246 likes, according to Steve Lapointe. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Lulu Lucky with a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Lulu Lucky. Good to see you. Roberts Renovations Landscaping says here, if she pulls back, I'm going to stack more. Once you believe in the metal, dips are just purchasing opportunities and peaks are good. Times to take profits to resupply the currency to buy the next dip. Classic, yes. All right, there you go. Pullbacks are a good time to buy to help Enhance the dollar cost average. Whoa, Zardoz with a 1 Salivate Metal gift membership. Thank you, my friend. Look at that. Wow, thank you, Zardoz. Appreciate that, my friend. We'll group that with the next, if there's another one that comes through, we'll group that for the next bit of exercises. But thank you, sir. Very nice of you. Wow. Larry Singh says here, I'm selling all my stuff when I retire in 2030. So I don't care how much the price now. By then, though, I need it to be 100, 125 so I can recoup some of my ROIs on my 2024 to 2026 investments. Okay, there you go, Larry. All right, I would encourage you to hold on to some of that even after you retire. But that's just my advice. But thank you, and congratulations on your upcoming retirement. That's only just over 4 years away. So that's awesome. Let's see here. And let's get up here and see what we've got with some more comments across the bow. From James Elliott, 54 by December 31st. That's my guess. All right, so he thinks it's going to go down by then. It could. It could. Genoas 2009 says this. It will reach 60 by January 6, 2025 and 70 by summer 2026. All right. All right, there you go. That's your prediction. Very good. It could happen. I don't rule that out either. If it gets to 70 by 2026, we'll be even closer to an all-time high adjusted for inflation. Diamond Fist, that's right. Dennis Niemeyer, that's right. Diamond Fist indeed. Okay, let's see here. Let's peruse our way up to the next comment. We've got Michael K. Says they're back to 56 and change. As I listen, buying time, not just yet. There you go, holding out for the right time. It's good to be patient at times, for sure. Mario, good morning, and Sal, thank you so much, Mario. TR Dutch, on this video here is now the time to sell your silver, or trade for gold, rather. Says this here, which says, I'm looking at $5 gold Indians. Most quarter ounce of gold at 1,075 is about a quarter of gold's current price per ounce. Not a bad way to go. Canadians, 1 ounce are always a good deals on Krugerrands on my radar. There you go. My silver stack will stay intact because he's got Diamond Fist. Amen, brother. That's awesome. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Very good. And let's get over here to this comment from Greg Olson from the Extreme video. We pair in some of these. He says, I saw an interview with Phillips Baker, got back from the LBMA meeting, says they do not expect mining to keep up with industrial demand for 10 years. He says a shortfall can only come from 2 places. Yeah, I think you talked about that before, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. Better recycling and bullion numismatics. It's not that they're going to be paying us big bucks for our stacks. Yeah, 90% to come big time. Stock up, folks. All right. We'll have to check that interview out. It's very fascinating. All right. Let's see here. And Red Crawler says, Salivate Metal, Mr. Slammy showed up today to show silver the plank. Yes. All right. But Friday it was turned around. Leon the Lion, just to look at it like this, $50 for an ounce of silver will outlast Bitcoin after it runs its course. That's possible. We shall see. It is possible. Hypersonic Bullion says the following. Let me get over here. What's happening here? This way. I see the market has been remembered. The right has been shown of the old forgotten relic, and the world at large is seeing silver in a new light as a solid, yes, highly consumed, more scarce by the day commodity. That's likely not to be forgotten anytime soon. If silver is needed, it's becoming any more crucial or more crucial. It's allowed to drop to 40. It will spark the most insane mega snuffling of any market has ever seen. Unobtainium silver will disappear within a few weeks. That's the setup for the insane prediction of 500 to 2,000 silver. They're much better off allowing it to naturally find its true value. When COMEX, LBMA, DC decide to man nips the market soon, that is the catalyst that will cause explosion. They So fear, right? It is possible, but I tell you what, we've seen it climb up dramatically before and then pull back, and then people forget about it. But I think it really is going to boil down to how hard they're going to work to get it out of the ground. And they're going to be looking to Poland for that. Poland apparently has a vast amount of silver reserves that's been untapped, and they're exploring it right now. We shall see. And more mining of copper and silver as a byproduct, especially if they do it domestically. That could change the game for sure. But yeah, it's quite possible some of that could happen, or a combination of that. Alex Barnes, thanks, Uncle Sal. Always the best info. Thank you, my friend. Very much appreciate your kind words. And let's see here. What do we have here? We've got Big J Rolling. He says here, when I pulled the trigger on 15 ounces of silver, that was below spot. A beat up 10-ounce bar and a nice little 5-ounce bar along with 90% silver quarters to help stop the melt. There you go. Like nice, Big J Rolling. I like that. Very good. Prospector James Marshall is here. Good to see you. A lot of good folks here. Yes. Good to see Galacrow. Yes, it's nice to see you. Good to see you're among friends. We all love silver here and precious metals. And let's see here. All right. And nice little stack of Sal rounds. I couldn't agree more. Caution and volatility, and the price going down just means it's a bigger bargain. Indeed it is. All right. Zardos with another Salivate Metal gift membership. Thank you. So I owe him 2 push-ups. We'll get those here in a moment. But before I leave here tonight, we'll get those 2. The beatdown is real, y'all. Yes, indeed it is. It sure is. But it did recover on Friday. A 90% silver junker. I will be waiting for the next dip to buy more silver. I do not want to mess up my cost averaging. Yes, I understand that. Of course, the risk in that is, will it actually do that? And if so, but usually there is pullbacks. It's just trying to time them and see what the pullback means. Depending how much more it's going to go up before it does pull back. Jed Eckert. When silver shoots up abruptly, it seems the pullback is somewhat before going higher. I'm just watching right now. Yep. Watch and wait and see what happens. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, Freedom Spirit. That was likely Zardos that gifted you the membership, or to some Bubba. And thank you for joining in tonight, Freedom Spirit. William Woodford says here, since I bought at 25 to 30 an ounce, average 40 to $75, I'm still good. Indeed, you're still within range of doing very well. Congratulations. The 2-ounce Salivate Metal round is badass. Well, thank you, Anton Carey. Appreciate that. It is still available over at Summit Metals for those of you interested. It's right here. You can just search for Salivate or go to and just search Sal here, and it will pop up there. And it is on sale right now for those of you who are interested. Yes, indeed. Brand spanking new Salivate Metal round. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. And we've got Lovian Venture says, I'll always buy silver. Doesn't matter if it goes high or if it drops down low. It's for the future. We live in times of uncertainty. Keep stacking. Dollar cost averaging is a key. Sounds like you're doing that, so that's great. Buying through the ups and downs. It evens out in the end. It sure does. All right. Timestamp Stone says here, Timestamp Zone, if you look today at 58 silver back in 1980, it would only be worth about $15 in their money because of inflation. $1 today buys much less than in 1980, while 49 then comes equal to 188 now. Actually, it's over 200 now. But anyways, yep, that's right. Adjusting for inflation, but 1980 is highly unlikely to ever happen again. I used 2011 for that. All right. Thank you so much, Bill Arrington. He's got to get dinner ready for the family. He's the cook of the family. Thank you for popping in tonight. Yes, indeed. Yes, Salivate Metal beatdown is what happened tonight from Zardos mainly. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to give him those 2 push-ups now. Let's do 2 push-ups, good ones for Zardos. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. All right. We've got 1 and 2. There we go. For Zardos. Thank you, Zardos. Appreciate it, my friend. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Let's refresh these and see what we've got here. A-Stay, some of these AI channels are doing that, and I can't really do much about them because it's just they're stealing the thumbnails and they're stealing the content too. They're stealing the closed captioning text and the transcript and rearranging it through AI to create it burns me up. There's not much I can do about the channels. Let's see what this channel is that's doing it. We Are Cosmic, yeah. And they don't have any comments, so nobody can put any comments. And look, these people are stealing titles, thumbnails, and all of this stuff. Avoid these channels. Don't watch these channels. And this is the AI creation, this bald guy. That's totally AI. And you can see they're just stealing thumbnails from other channels, including mine. And this is my thumbnail behind them. And it's all AI stuff. And look at the views they're getting. People are falling for this crap. This is my thumbnail behind him there, and everything. They're just rearranging it using AI. All AI. These are my coins he's looking at there. So this channel should be, and YouTube should know about this, and should do anything. I've reached out and told them to cease and desist, but they get through loopholes and they do just enough. But I hate these AI channels. Avoid them like the plague, and report them and everything. It's crazy. But thank you for letting me know. Good morning, Edwin Tan. Thank you. All right. And let's see here. Edison says, nope, do not trade. Got a long way to go. All right. That's right. Got a long way to go. Play the long game. That's right. Edison played the long game indeed. Swan William, finally recovering from all those exercises. Wow. I think we're in good shape now, but I'm going to feel it tomorrow. And let's see here. Swan Williams says here, so up $75 is a GSR around 50. When you start trading for gold down to $50 is where you buy it a lot more. I don't see a problem. Yes, that's right. If gold stays where it is, the GSR will go down 50. That would be good. But anyways, we'll see here. All right. Yep, that's right, Renee Lucas. You can create an AI image of somebody that looks like a homeless bald guy with long hair with a skull instead of a mullet. You can create that too. Thank you, Steve Lapointe. I appreciate you, brother. Have a good evening. Thanks for popping in tonight, Steve. Appreciate you, my friend. Kevin Lupulus says here on tonight's video, if you've not seen this video, I hope you will check it out. And watch for these 4 silver demand factors in 2026. It's not getting a lot of views, but this is important information for what to look out for silver demand for next year. So I hope you watch this video that I posted here just this evening if you've not seen it, and share it too if you get a chance. So Kevin says solar and EVs are going to crash and silver will become the black sheep again. I'll wait. I won't pay today's price. It's inflated and a spoof. Gold even worse. It's very little uses except jewelry, and so will drop. Useful metals need copper for the next silver. All right, well, Kevin, yeah, I don't think they're going to crash. Solar could pull back, and I talked about that in this video. In fact, I addressed all those things in this video. So I hope you'll listen again as to why I don't feel that silver is going to be the black sheep again. But I understand why you feel that way. But anyways, and gold, unless central banks sell a whole lot of it, I think we're safe there too. All right. Yes, Bald Guy Money is great. He's really good. He's a professional. I'm definitely not a professional, but this is his full-time job is what he does. He does a lot of in-depth market analysis and research, and so he's really good. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. And let's see. Thanks, Sal. Thank you, Willa2365. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's do a few more here. We got Razor Ready. Says this. It's going to take time for the refineries to sort out what the reasonable price of silver is when they are so backed up. Be patient and just wait. When silver starts to flatline, regardless of the price, you should get a better price if you want to sell. I'm not selling, but some people might think it's a good time to sell. Let's say $55 is the new norm, and it has been for a while. Prices will be closer to spot than it is now. Don't panic. Just wait for the smoke to clear. There you go. And he's in his 70s. That's not his first rodeo. Well said, Razor Ready. Very well said. All right. Let's see here. Richard Metcalf says, whether it's up or down, I'm still holding as long as I can. It's still going to be worth more in the long run. I'm happy with the price, but memories of 2011 haunt me. Yes, indeed. But in the long run, we're going to be okay with silver. Thanks for updating. Pleasure listening. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you listening and watching. Since 3 years ago, wasn't even half. All right. That's right. It wasn't even half the price. It's right. And let's see here. We got Mark Norgard says, these criminals working hard to keep silver below $60. All right. They're trying. But here we are. Here we are. Daryl Wilson says, no one wants to feel cheated when selling. $5 under spot sounds bad, but you also need to consider what the spot price was when you bought it. When I started stacking, it was under 15. With the bulk of my purchases in the 23 to 28 range, 50 to 55 doesn't seem so bad. Indeed, it doesn't, but you also have to adjust for inflation as well. But you're right. All right, very good. Let's see here. And let's see what we've got. Moving on to the next comment here. We've got Gunmetal Blue. I'm waiting for the next pullback. I bought a tube when the sell of it. Tube of the sell of metal rounds from Summit Metals back when they were 82. Wish I would have bought more. Wow, a whole tube of them. That's 10 of them. That's pretty amazing. Thank you for doing that. Avis Liberté, thanks for the interesting video. Audio track don't work. All right, well, I think I've told you before that audio track takes a couple hours in your language to show up. And they do like 10, 15 languages there, so just give it a little bit of time. Let's see here. Then $60 will happen, asking for a mathematically challenged. Yes, it is possible. It could get there. Sounds like you're not that excited about silver. Well, I don't know how and why you got that from this video. Why you don't think I'm that excited about silver. Would love to know why you think that. But anyways, let's see here. All right, folks. We've been going for a long time tonight. It has been an amazing night. Thank you so much for those who super chatted and for those who sent the Celebrate Metal gift memberships, especially Zardoz, who I think, I'm not sure. I think we may have had close to this before, or of these Salivate Metal gift memberships, but I know for him this is probably a record. And thank you so much. That's very kind of you, Zardoz. You worked me hard, and I appreciate it, my friend. And I think, oh, there's one more. All right, so I'm going to do one more Salivate Metal. I'm going to do one more push-up for Zardoz before I go. Man, thank you, my friend. Very cool. Here we go. Let's do it. There we go. And one. There we go. One. Nice. Thank you, Zardoz. I appreciate it, sir. And appreciate all of you all tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars, and we will see you tomorrow night. Make sure to be here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And on the Sunday night market watch, we usually don't do push-ups or exercises because it's really too busy. There's a lot going on. But I do appreciate you guys. And also, check out the video that I just posted here. This video right here that I just did called Watch for These 4 Silver Demand Factors in 2026. Hope you will check that video out when we're done here. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.